when you said that, I remember Melody came to beat Buju, you know, and I said, yeah man, this is Whitter The Legend. On comes you name legend. You put in 10,000 hours of music. Make him answer. Lord, make him answer. So me now, of course, I meet Buju, you know, when Buju come back and this big vibe about Buju, I say, you know, Buju, you have the assassins, the massacres and the killers, and just choose a name that can bring forth my legacy. I want my legacy to be legendary.
Wow.
And that's it.
But you
Good answer.
We gotta give thanks. We got to give thanks, yes, for the ones who come before us. And we gotta shake hands. We got to shake hands, yes, for a job well done. Yo, this is the voice of Singing Melody saying what? And you don't know you're watching Nuts at Topics. Yeah, don't lose a minute.
Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Nuts at Topics. You don't know the tingo. I promised you all an interview with Whitter The Legend as well as Singing Melody, and here we have it. So we're going to go straight into it. Remember to like the video, share the video, and also leave your thoughts about the interview in the comment section. As also subscribe to the channel if you're new and click that notification bell that whenever I drop anything, you'd be the first to be notified. Whitter, big up yourself.
Blessings. It's an honor to be here, Nat. Yeah, man.
And why are you looking at me? Why you say that? Why you say that?
It's an honor to be here amongst the great Singing Melody, you know? And Nats at Topic.
Great is God.
Yeah, man. Legendary.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, give thanks. So happy to be here as well.
Yes, big up yourself. Question, Whitter. Who is Whitter The Legend?
Boy, we still try to understand it in the melody. No?
Why
Well,
is that me?
well,
Question is you.
You know, because the reason why I said that Melody always tell me, you know, you have so much talent and you're doing a lot, but sometimes you need to focus on a specific one. Whitter The Legend is a talented individual when it comes to production, marketing, and also the artistry of being an artist. So at times, you know what I mean, we try to dabble a bit in quite a few things. But anything to do with entertainment and marketing, yeah, that's Whitter.
How did the collaboration came together with Caliente? How it came about? How it became Caliente?
Caliente at. Well, me and Singing Melody been collaborating, as I said, with entertainment like about 6 years before we actually do a song together. Okay. It was one day I was in the car, we were traveling to a studio, and I let him hear the beat, and him say, I like it, and then I sing something on it, and him say, yo, I think this is a collab. So right then and there, he knew that it was going to be something massive with that particular rhythm and flow.
Okay. Question. What inspired Caliente? What inspired you guys to say that you're going to work together and this is what we're going to put out?
You want to take that one?
Well, I'm Singing Melody and thank you for having me, Nats. Like I said, you know, Whitter have said it correctly. We have known each other for a number of years and basically talking about music, talking about the business of music, and so on and so on. And since I'm kind of a, what you call it now, a guru in terms of the music business itself, and I've gone through the ins and the outs of, you know, not doing the right thing to doing the right thing, you know, and learning the curves and everything. Whitter and I always been vibing, so Whitter have kind of just introduced me to a bunch of people, as I said early on in our conversation, and I sift through to who I think is important to talk with. However, Whitter and I was traveling together, and he got this beat from a producer, and we were just vibing on the beat, and he just started saying hot, 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 and vibing. I was like, yo, sing that again, and we started singing, and I said, yo, this is nice. But at that time, I wasn't really even thinking about a collab at that specific time. I was just thinking of that the idea was great. So we were there just vibing in the car, and by the time we reached out the studio now, he must say, so yeah, leave now, because I just brought him to the studio to leave, to drop him off and leave, but I wasn't planning on staying. But then I come out of the vehicle now, go upstairs, and of course, you know, another engineer was there, and we just there vibing, and put in the rhythm. So once the rhythm got in now, and I started to hear the full potential of the song, I said this song need a hook, it need. So this sound like a perfect collab now.
Need some melody.
So I put myself, literally put myself in the song, because I'm not a person who like quick to record and so on, because I know the laws of music, and once you put a vocal down and somebody track, it's like they owned it. And I'm a grown man now. I don't want to be tied up in all of that stuff with people. But since as it's Whitter project, I decided to put my vocal on it, and the outcome of it was awesome.
Beautiful.
So, and listening to the track now, I said, you know what? This rhythm probably I got done in 3 months.
And I saw it go, man. But the
Well,
lick
tell
me,
me.
I said, you know, said the song bad. I say, yeah, man, it bad, man. Yeah, man, I hate this song. I said, but it's not bad enough. I said, what?
Yeah, well, that's why I say I've been thinking to myself that well, this track has great potential, but the rhythm I got done in 3 months. How can I make this song greater?
Yeah.
So I had some friends in Paris. So I decided to reach out to them that build tracks. They build Afrobeat tracks, and they're more international. They work with a lot of international artists. So I called them and I said, yo, I have this song I want to send to you. So I sent the song to him and he said, yo, the song is bad. So I said, put something on it. So he make the beat within 2 days or 3 days. That's what we send it back to me. And I was like, yo, the song up on a different level. We paid for Whitter say. So they already bother.
Yeah, but they must sell right away.
Yeah.
Sell right away.
He must say no. He must say no, man.
Take some
They already
time.
bother. I said no, man. Listen to the song again.
Yeah.
You have to tell it apart.
Yeah. So the short of it is that
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
the song was great, and we thought that it would have been something that to be added to Whitter catalog, and more so Whitter than myself. But at the end of the day, you know, when I looked at it, I said, you know, a lot could be done with this track. And after we finished mastering and all of that, we thought that the album, it would fit the album, which is my 7th album that was coming out. And so
plug it right away.
Right away we just plug it.
Next
and
chapter.
The next chapter, the album
Yeah.
was titled, and you know, the track was fitting, and then everybody just started saying, this is the single.
Yeah.
And so that's where the track becomes more relevant and people start asking about it. As a matter of fact, 3 days ago, a friend of mine called me from Canada and he said, yo, you have a track with a youth there? And first me hear it, I said, oh, which track? Because I think a new song now. I said, I don't know recent collab. But he said, something hot man. I'm not trying to, you know, Jamaica don't really know the title of songs.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, man. Any part to catch them?
yeah.
That's what it's like there.
Not to cut it, but I told Whitter this morning, you know, because say other part they catch me, man, they're hot.
Yeah.
Because if you even realize the review that I did with the song, at the part that specifically me use, because that hooked me.
And that's why
to the song.
I'm saying that it's more so a song for Whitter than myself.
Yeah.
The singing part of it is to really complement a groove and an energy that brings you into a hot moment.
Right.
That's basically what the song is all about. And parts English and parts Spanish. You know, I've never really dabbled into the Latin market before, so I wanted to have this song as a song that is stapled, that can be able to cross into that kind of genre of music, and you know, kind of give me a different ear opening listening ear.
But Whitter, what did I say to you when I first listened to this song?
She said this song belongs globally, not Jamaica.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I tell him right away, because that's the feeling I was getting from it.
And that's what we wanted to produce, something that appeals to our Jamaican, but yet still appeals to the African market, appeals to the Latin market.
Some will get the visa same time.
Something will get the visa for fly out same time.
But deny that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Alright, question. How do you describe your style and your sound?
Alright, I always say when it comes to my music, I don't want my fans to predict the sound or what I'll be saying. So I always try to mix it a bit. You will hear some R&B track from me whenever I sing with a big voice. But I always try to mix my music. And as I'm singing melody, as one of my mentors. He kind of pushed me because, you know, in course every day I sang them to raunchy and everything there.
Yeah.
So he pushed me to do songs that can live on, shelf life.
Man.
You know, so Caliente is one of those songs that a 2-year-old will enjoy, a grandma, just about the entire family can go have vibes to. So yeah, we look forward to those shelf life music instead of the hype music.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the type of music I'm looking for.
Question, Melody. How did you get your start in music?
Oh, that's... You don't
have enough time for that.
It has been out there so many times, so I will cut it short. You know, my whole journey started with sound systems, community and sound systems. I mean, every Jamaican artist who I know had that foundation. In your community, you're bridging them, say, yo, it sound good, and it lead from there to you moving to, well, nowadays moving to a liquor studio or you buy your own studio. You know, for me, it was really moving to sound systems and doing the chores by lifting up the boxes and help out with anything to do with moving the sound system from one location to the next. But my objective was really to hold the mic. But in those days, you have to you have to do your chores before you can be able to.
Yeah, man, wait your turn.
Yeah, you have to wait your turn. So that's where I got started, and from there I moved on to wanted to be a recording artist, because I didn't really know about recordings and them things. I just know that holding the mic in a dance and bringing the people together was my task, and I do that on a empty venue so people can come in. So even when me and Wayne Wonder, because I brought him to dancehall, like introduce him to dancehall. So even when me and Wayne used to go enough dance and stuff, we alone not the dance I sing until people start pay come in. And when people pay come in on the dance, ram up now, the bigger DJ them or the bigger singers them come in and take it over. And that's how we used to do it and get our training. So that's why I got started.
Okay. Being that you're from a different era, what is the process to ensure that your different style mesh well?
Well, there's nothing to prove. The foundation is reggae music, no matter where they want to call it and where they want to swing it go. The foundation of our Jamaican music is called reggae. We know the basis of reggae and where it's coming from mento to ska, from ska to reggae or something like that. It goes long before that, because you have I think another sound before that. So the transition come back down to reggae, which reggae is the base and the foundation of our music. So no matter what you hear now, it's still reggae music. No matter what kind of genre they want to give it, it's still reggae. So how do I keep relevant? I guess that's the question you're asking. It is easy, because everything starts from the foundation.
Right.
And around the foundation, if you take the foundation from a house, the house is no longer
useless.
Good. Exactly. So I have to be relevant at all times.
Right.
I have to still sing for my bass fan that I have, and still sing so people can get to know me.
I think the question should be more for me, where you say,
yeah,
how is it working with melody? Because what you have to understand, as you said, the foundation is reggae. This man's voice get clearer and better.
Yeah, man.
With age. No crackiness in his voice. So if you understand, so we new type of artists where say, yo, pull up that. Can I do that to that sound there? Can I do that to their voice and melody? You understand? Melody want, no money, I forgot to do what they say, I have to hit that note. So it was more of working the melody was more like a molding towards, you see that big voice there, and I want you to extra it, I want you flow with the rhythm. Because you don't have it already.
If you listen to Whitter now and his regular talking voice, it's already heavy.
Heavy, true.
So you putting on extra on that, all you need is really an ambience on it. So if you ever say something, don't put too much extra effort to say it, because then it becomes artificial instead of become organic. So for instance, I can say, I like the way you work it, no diggity. But if I say, I like the way you work it, no diggity, it becomes senseless.
That's what sounds.
No, That's steady right.
Just joking. But at the end of the day, as we said, working with Melody, it was easy though, you know. Because, as I say, it's a man with a good vibe, good energy.
Yeah, true.
Understand? And it's not about ego. Because this man can be show ego if he want. So working with him is more like that's an easy going flow, and understand that we're creating something special, something that is not just for now, it's something for years to come.
It's
so
very
easy.
It's very important, Nats, as an artist to have a legacy, a work. As you can see, what is happening now, everything is moving so fast, and there is no, I would say, there's no future in what we hold on to. So, for instance, you can hold on to something from the past that you remember 10 years ago, a song that did extremely well in the market. And then if you fast forward, you realize that everything is moving so fast that you can't even remember a particular song from a particular artist. You know the name of the artist then, but then the songs then become so watered down and moving so fast.
True.
That you can't get used to a song.
Pepper light syndrome, no?
So pepper light syndrome, like callaloo, you have to plant callaloo seed every time you want callaloo to grow. You understand? You have to sow the seed and then wait till the sucker them come up, and it's a long process. But if you plant a mango tree, you will have mango every year.
Right.
You understand? You won't have to think to plant another sucker to get mango again. So it's as simple as that. You have to. What we need to do is to really just show. A lot more people like us need to talk about how we preserve what we have as a great legacy that the greats build and after us. And look back at what they have done and see if what we're doing is making a big difference. Because if it's not making a big difference, it means that we're reversing the clock. And so we need to move forward. So having more solid artists and people who are dedicated to do music, and not just money, but for the hype of it, but to preserve and to have a long shelf life. Because you can imagine, I came out back in 1985. Most people never even think about born it, and I'm still here being relevant today and talking to you. So that means something to me. I want to live longer, so therefore I can pass on more.
Right.
You understand? I'm not here to tell a young artist say they mustn't do the music or they mustn't do this or what they do a foolishness. No, everybody has to grow. So what they do now, leave them. Let them do what they do. But when they start to travel across the water and they start to realize that they start having kids and they start to realize that they can't play the songs them for them kids, them eventually going to have to make a change.
Right.
Let me tell you, it's about time we see a lot more young artists collaborating with some of the legends of the business. A lot of time we see the persons from different industry or different genre come around and do songs with our legends, and the young people that see them day to day and know that these are our legends. We don't collaborate because we feel like we hot now. But as soon as we put that together, it's something marvelous, man. Something great.
Yeah, it's simple. When you go out there and you see the crowd, the type of crowd that we perform for, then you realize now, say, it's not normal. Well, I'm not one of those people who are egotistic, looking for the hype and all of that stuff, because I've seen it all my life, right?
Yeah.
Basically live out a suitcase for years, in hotels for years, just moving from places to places, just carrying the banner of reggae music. And I didn't care if I got $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It was just the love of music.
Love of music.
And I was just doing it because I know I'm from Jamaica and I'm a product from Jamaica. And so it's just so amazing that a politician don't see these things, you know, as being ambassadors for Jamaica.
Right.
You know, and most of the time is when they get old and dead, them kind of, so wait, hold on, but the brother I never do something, man.
Yeah, man, and
You
recognize
know, I
it
recognize.
but they don't have not even proper infrastructures, you know, to groove.
But we ourselves don't even have proper infrastructure
Right.
because we're not teaming up. We're not
Right,
working together. And that's
right.
what Whitter was saying early on. Is the young and the old needs to have an understanding. Well, the problem is that some of the veterans are, when I say the gold veterans them, we don't call them old, call them
golden.
the gold veterans now, some of them are very kind of disgusting with what's going on, and they're bitter with some of the young people. Them. But what they need to understand is that they were young too.
True.
And they weren't as that perfect. It was more the message was more polished, and you'd have to figure it out. But it was the same thing. With the young people them now, they're just telling you like it is. And I think that's where we're losing some of our morals and principles of how we violate.
Creativity in
the
writing.
creativity is not such a thing where they can be able to say sex and it's not just sex. It come off in a way that you have to think, and I say a question, I say, but when just say a while ago? You know?
Yeah.
When mean? And question, but it does mean sex.
Right.
But they rather to come out and tell you about sex and vagina right off the bat. And it makes it kind of more raunchy, and it's not pleasing to younger children ears, even though they will tell you they're not making music for younger children. So what we are saying is that they're young now, they're doing what they're doing now, but as soon as they become a little bit more rounded, understand what the world needs and what their purpose is, then it's a totally different focus. So make everybody do what they do until the time comes.
Right. Whitter, what's next? What should fans look out from you?
Alright, so what's next? I've been working on an EP for quite some time. I'm looking to release that EP soon. Currently we have out from Legendary Promotion, which is the Summer Feelings album. Singing Melody is a part of it. It's doing its course, it's doing well. We had a recent interview on stage about it. So it's just music. Working along with different artists. Also, we have artists from the camp, which is Falcon. We are doing some work with him. Wants a big up for the English same way, big up yourself. So it's more just production, and as I said, I'm not interested in the hype, not one bit. It's just creating music that can take us on a wider level. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's basically that. Music, world music. Let's expect world music.
Melody.
Yes.
What Singing Melody I do? What behind the scenes?
Well, as you can see, you're in the space, so it explains everything that I am about to go on a quest with the label. I've been having the label. I produce a lot of great songs. But
What's the name of the label?
Shem Music Productions, and now added and media.
Okay.
So we are, if you notice everywhere you look, you see a camera. There's it's a media house as well as it's a recorded production studio. It's also associated with my villa, which is Villa Mimosa, Jamaica Limited, which we are a 5-star luxury resort where the best place to spend your vacation.
Right,
so you've been asking what I'm doing. So these are some of the things that I'm doing. Straight business. And also, and also I have a yacht charter company in Montego Bay that we do luxury yacht as well and stuff. So it's a bunch of stuff I'm doing, but still the music is what actually brings everything together. So therefore you're in the production studio. So currently right now I'm working on a motivational EP to hit the market very soon with some powerful message and sound. You happens to heard just a little bit of background of some of the songs that will be releasing soon. And of course, I'm challenging myself as a reggae artist to do greater things. My mindset is always running. It's always something new. It's always creating. It's always getting involved. One of my greatest joy is getting involved with young people, because I think it really breaks the cycle of the whole mentality of when you're old, you sit down, you're done. But I don't think it's not a matter of old, because I'm not an old person. It's just that I'm saying that we came up before a lot of these people. Just think about it. I'm out before Bounty Killer, Beanie Man them. All of who you see out there now, I see them at the top. I've been out. When I came out, it was people like myself, a guy named Banana. Man, you have Admiral Bailey, you have Admiral Tibet. Just name, it's a bunch of us. A lot of us. The list is a lot. So I'm putting together a show for next year.
We're gonna plug it to that.
For next year called The 90s is Back.
Right.
All legends.
You hear it first time here.
First time you're gonna hear it. I'm putting together it, and it's gonna be in the parish of St. Anne, and it's gonna be great. But also, what I'm doing with that show is not to just have 90s artists. It's to create a balance now. So we want the 90s to be the prominent.
Just like what Caliente did.
Yeah, but we wanted to add few of the younger guys them now. For what? What's the reason for that? Is to create a balance. So therefore people knows the difference between the 90s, what the 90s bring, and where we are now.
We learn to appreciate each other.
And so we learn to appreciate each other. So that's what I'm doing, and a lot more than that. You know. So
piece of what's happening.
Yeah, piece of what's happening.
Being around you for just minutes kinda depict the kind of person you are, that, you know, your work ethics, it's next to none based on my observation. My question is though, what are some of the advice you would have for some of these young artists come now, or some of the upcoming artists?
Let time do the job. Well, I always try to tell people, be the best version of yourself. Do not try to become someone else when you try to be yourself. Accept who you are, and just know that whoever you are will bring forth your light into this world. So whatever you're doing, as long as you're dedicated to it and you're persistent and you have discipline, it will come true. I tell people all the time, success is not a speedy raceway. It is a slow process with hard work, dedication, and the ability to think straight. Focus. I must tell you that, because a lot of us, we hear this minute and then we're over there, then we're over there, and we're doing a lot of different things that's just not adding up to what your focus should be.
Right.
So that's just my advice. I mean, everybody have their own learning curve. That's what I grew to learn, that no matter what kind of advice you give people, they still are go through. Your mother ever tell you, say, you hear me say you don't do that? Because if you do it, this is what, and you still got to do it. Because you have to learn your own, you have to go through what you go through by yourself. And sometimes it's devastating, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you learn and say, well, you know, I've heard this before. See it, you know, all right, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it happen again. And that's life. You learn. You live on your life. What you get belongs to you and God. You have to give account for everything what you're doing. Everything. Nobody is responsible for you on this planet but yourself and God. That's all. And that's all I have to say about that.
Who or what inspire you or your music?
You know, music is an inspiration of your daily life. Live it, what's happening around you. I always say a lot of artists sing about richness before richness come. You know what I mean? So it's about your dreams, what you want to be. You know what I mean? So that's what really inspired me and motivated me. Things around me, family, friends, the hardship of life, that become, as him say, a learning curve. So it's just life overall is inspiring to me. That's basically.
Any tours coming up?
It's funny you say that, because we asked me last week what happened to the tour them.
Yo, Melody, what?
Yeah, but you can answer.
Yeah, man. Something is coming up. We don't want to talk about it now. Because that's one of the things that I understand, the atmosphere and what the atmosphere holds. Certain things just, you need to surprise the fans them sometimes. So.
Yeah, I mean, like all me now, who've been out there all my life, I can't surprise nobody anymore. So I just tell them what
I do, you know? But
yeah.
I always I do interview that, and that I am the Jamaican Jay-Z, and people say, oh, you have to call yourself Jay-Z. But it's not so much the person, but what the person about. Where the mindset is. Because really and truly we have to say we have a mindset that at a place. And the place that I am at with the mindset is not just the artistry of singing music. It's about the production of music. It's about the marketing, the business of music. Because I've seen right now that Jamaica dancehall is not where the business should supposed to be. So that comes along with me. And that's why we keep on, as an artist, we do some productions that stand out and that are selling. And that's important to get your music to sell. So right this album there, just producing music that can sell and marketing music.
Alright, we have seen several artists, right, veterans in recent times, bow to the pressure of changes in dancehall music in order to be a hot topic or forget a hit song.
And but that's the name of your program, right? Hot Topic?
Not hot topics, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
But what do you think about it overall?
Environment is always something that people attract themselves to. Environment teaches and grow. Whatever environment you put yourself into, that's the mindset you're going to have.
True.
And that's what you want to put. If you're hanging out with a bunch of thieves, you're eventually going to steal something one
On
day.
a big crook.
Yeah.
Be a crook like I say.
Yeah. Understanding how music work though and the pressure is that when you hear on the radio that is this kind of vibe is playing, as an artist, you're gonna want to try to make something along that line. That's why your radio is so confusing today.
True.
Because everybody's just following somebody else trying to make the same songs. All of the songs on the radio, most of them, 90% of the songs that you hear on radio are the same topic and saying the same thing. It's just that a different voice I say it with a different melody. So, and that's how word and lyrics is. Remember back in the Ninja Man days, when Ninja Man said, long to release, let him make 50 songs with the same melody. But, and everybody kind of follow the same kind of algorithm, kind of vibe. It has been there, it's only because social media has been out now and showing that now. It's like you see a lot of that algorithm thing going on where people are mimicking stuff and it's all going around. Even videos, you see people are doing a lot of that. Circulating videos and putting their whole interpretation to it.
Right.
Because environment gives you that opportunity to attract. But being a special person, that's why I said no, this is where it comes in. That's why I always can make a song and it work. Because I watch what is happening and I realize that people are on a trending, evolving and trending with things. So what I do, I go against the odds at all times. I remember when I came out with Want You Back, it was the heat of Bounty Killer and Beenie Man War. And it's a love song, Change the Cycle. And still one of the strongest songs today in my career.
Probably the young people who listen already know that. No, like I can't get no piece like
whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want
I think
you
they need
back.
to. They know it now. They know which song now.
but that was in the heat of Beenie Man and Bounty Killer War, where everybody was saying I'm crazy to put out a song like that. And the song became a hit. And stopped everything that was going on. If the song don't play 10 times in a dance hall, at the same time, it doesn't do justice.
Right.
So I say to say this is that be your own boss.
Yeah, man.
Follow your own trend. Understand who you are and know exactly what you're going after. Because if you get trapped into the noise, then you will be a part of the noise and you won't be separated from the noise.
Right. Alright. Caliente, may I go back to that song? I saw after doing some research, I see which part it was released in 2020, right? But then me see it re-released, right? What was the meds behind all of that?
So Caliente, as Melody explained earlier, was a part of the Next Chapter album. And I tell you, that album is, if we don't get the album, then we need to get it.
Yeah.
Listen to
you see the whole thing, sorry with that, we released the album right in the pandemic.
Exactly where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's one of the things. Yeah.
So when it released, this noise of the locking up and staying and the coronavirus and all of them things there just kind of take over a lot of things. So after which we said to Melody, the things kind of open up, you know. I think people are ready for that Caliente, you know. So I ask you for the permission. Release a re-release. So what you talk about, man? I know some consistent. I watch a good while me about it, don't it? Yeah. And it actually worked.
work, man.
You brought nice a topic here, no?
People, you really need to check out
And
Caliente.
and a matter
Really
of fact,
need to check
Caliente
it
has been streaming high now. You know, last time I checked on my back end of my Spotify, it's streaming very, very high, and it was always one of the big streaming songs. There's also another song from the album called Thank You, Give Thanks. That was really doing extremely well too, and so I'm now planning on releasing a lot more of those songs that actually get stifled in the Corona time.
I get a look at joke, you know. I get a look at whatever can I get a look at joke. So that Caliente now. You know, Melody is the romance, man. And when they sing, the girls them scream.
Yes, man, right?
You
true.
can't have a Valentines show or anything like that. You can't have Melody.
Yes.
Singing for the ladies. But when we go Caliente, you know what I mean, it was more fast paced and a different type of vibes. And I want to tell us some of my fans and they are one day, you know. But they caught a notch of it and they end up like it. Because we had a competition on this page. And me I tell the girl them want hot and shake it up. Some of the videos we don't even want to put it out. But that's what he says. Sometimes it's not about putting down the younger generation. It's trying to let them understand that we both can work together. It's like a compromise. It's like a relationship.
Right.
It's how we can work together to make each other better. Because we both can learn from each other.
Because both of you complemented the song to make it what it is, you know.
Yeah, and Whitter is not that young all of a sudden, but but of course, younger guy working with a more senior guy is kind of fun. Also, my thing is I have message. And anything I do and I say, there's also a message behind it, because I truly believe that everything don't have to be about sex.
True.
You know, because like I said, we're on a mission of self-destruct, and we are totally forgetting God in everything that we do. So you find that exposing yourself should be the norm. It start becoming the norm. Killing people start becoming the norm. Start becoming, I don't know, no man dead down the road, I don't know.
One time,
video it and share it, and I think those...
Time people say that they cringe and stay away far from it.
I think where we are now, mentally, is that we're on a fall, and a hard fall off our cliff, where we got to get smart. If we don't, then we're in the last days of what we call the last days of the vipers, and I don't want to die remembering that my generation fails because of lack of moral standard. Right. What is moral standard? Is really a concept of which God expects you to live. It's what God wholly has. He brought you here, and He didn't brought you here to be a menace to society and to influence other people to go down a path where you are planning and not going.
Right.
For instance, the devil will try to carry you go on cliff, and when they reach him, say jump off.
For the sake of popularity.
For the sake of popularity. You know, so I think we can do better with our content. Right. You know, and how we expose those content. Earlier on we talked about China. And how the algorithm in China, when you go on their TikTok, you see young kids are progressive, dealing with things. You don't see anybody shape them ass and a skin out and do a sort of thing and a chop off a man and this. But when you move towards the Caribbean algorithm and the rest of the world, you see pure violence and sex and crime. So these are some of the things that we need to start look at and see how we can be able to change our algorithm. Right. And get back to a God principle self, where we can be able to be creative and still being entertaining. I
want to listen to some of my songs them back in them time then. I wouldn't become an adult person. Wait, that did mean.
That it did mean so
weird.
True. Let me give you a joke. When I was about 7 or so, my father love all it. So every Sunday evening, Bob Clark, them people there, used to play and go on with himself. So, you know, you hear songs. So one day, me there in the backyard and me there pan, "Girl, how your baggy get wet, man?" I get a beat. When we get the beat no far, it was when I was an adult, but actually understand the concept of the song.
Yeah. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
they were protecting young minds
Right.
to grow up and figure it out
Some
themselves.
censorship was to the music.
Right,
Censorship
right.
and all of that. So I'm not telling young people not to do what they're doing. I
Just
mean,
be more creative with it, huh?
my thought, my whole saying, and the end of it is, what is a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Right.
Your soul.
Right.
Your soul.
Your soul.
Yeah, which is
Right.
it's
Um,
just
I have one question for you though. You speak different languages?
a little bit of Japanese.
Because a song, yes, I was still my book up on one of your Japanese single.
Wait,
wait,
the research man.
Sayonara,
didn't know that.
Tokyo.
Yes, man. And
I didn't know
I
that.
said, no, man, I have to ask you that question.
a little bit of Japanese was instilled because back in the 90s I was signed to a label called Takian
Okay.
in Japan, and they were a part of Sony in Japan.
Yo,
So
people in around with nuts.
and
Deep research going on.
I have managed to be actually one of the first Jamaican artists to do a reggae Japanese song.
Yeah.
And that was that is a part of
Amazing.
history, but it has not been spoken of many times. And shortly after that, you have all the greats them doing it. But I was one of the first young ones that actually go out there and represent Jamaica into a different language.
Yeah.
And that was mind blowing to me too, because it was surprising to me as a reggae artist. Because when going to Japan, I never expected anything like this. You know, I just went there just as a youth trying a Jamaican.
Yeah.
I never even boss yet. I would say boss, you know. But when this company signed me, I had the opportunity to travel there, and they recorded the song. They brought the song to me and said, "I want you to sing the song." And when I take the song home on a cassette and listen to it, like me, I said, "But I don't understand the song. What is it? The song saying?" So I went back with the song to the studio and I said to them, "Look, I can't sing the song because it's not in English." And they said, "That's the whole gist of it. You have to practice the song." So I ended up start practicing the song, getting the lyrics and start practicing the words and all of those things. Start practice in Japanese. And then after learning the song, take me about 2 weeks, then went to the studio and recorded the song. They mixed the song and fly out with it. So that's the end of it. I just say, thank God me get over it. Done. So to my surprise is that the song became a staple song in Japan.
Yeah, man.
And then it took me there. So you see, all of what I'm saying here goes back to the goodness of the time and energy you put into something. I'm not saying that these guys are not doing it. I'm just saying that dedicated to what you do. So after doing that, flew back to Japan. When I was going through the airport, I saw, it's the biggest picture of me I've ever seen.
Wow.
In the airport. And I stunned for maybe a good 5 minutes of standing there looking at this thing. I said, "That's not me." And I said, "Yeah, that's me though, but no, I'm not me." And then I hear the people and go, "Yo, come on, man. The bus are gonna leave, the bus are gonna leave." And when I get there and get to the show, it was another thing. Because we didn't get to see the audience. We drove through a park with about 200,000 people. No, we don't know. We don't see them. And we drive on the back road, go all the way around till we go right behind the stage. So you don't know what is happening in the front of the stage. So when your time comes, they have a big thing, digital screen that backstage tell who is coming up next, how much minutes you have, all these kind of things. They do that thing very professional. So I was there and singing Melody up next. Nervousness had killed me because remember, you know, meetings are one little bit of crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like when we used to it, Jamaica, 300 people, 200 people. And when I went out there and I saw 200,000 people, as far as my eyes can see, packed, tight together, and pure major screen. We're talking about some screens that are probably about 300 foot wide. I couldn't sing.
Amazing.
But
Yeah,
then
you
when
couldn't sing.
I froze on stage.
man.
Like, and Light Parks about to throw, Light Parks out to throw him guitar at me and all this. Because me I run off the whole of the time while I just stand up there watch people and I get mad. And just I jump, and when I open my mouth and say, "Sayonara, Tokyo." But yes, I never forget that moment. It was shown on TV here in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
And Papa, when I go back, when I like watch a video, so I look on the clothes that I have on, That was then when.
Compared to now.
Compared to now, I felt so bad. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Them couldn't buy you one suit of clothes, man. But that was then.
Yeah.
Big shirt and big. Swing breeze could have blown like we could have jumped off a cliff and just fly. Like literally. But I hate watching it, but then it's just the moment was important.
Man, which is in closing, Whitter, what do you have to tell to your fans and people at large?
Alright, just want to tell them to be patient, you know. Quite a few times them used to link me and say, yo, if you work a long time in the youth, but not now before the time. And as I said, it's not about the hype and the quick fix. You understand? I'll take time, work on my craft, so just be patient, work along with me, and you just continue getting some good, solid songs. Yeah, man.
Yes, I truly support that. And in closing myself too, I would like to say persistent is to try. Keep trying, keep perfecting your skills. Work at it every day.
Yeah, man.
Whitter. I've been telling you that for years now, and I see the big difference in you as a young person who are trying to perfect your craft. I am still working on mine, by the way, you know, and I'm doing a number of years in the music. So there's no such thing as getting too comfortable.
Or to stop learning.
Or to stop learning. So we're all gonna have to learn. We all have to take in count that this is a job and it's your life. You know.
True.
So keep pedaling at that. You know, my YouTube channel, Singing Melody Music. Singing Melody JM. Sorry.
Right.
And of course, you know, you have Shem Music FM as well. And Shem Music Productions.
Same thing on
YouTube channel.
Is Instagram, Singing Melody.
Instagram as well, Singing Melody, and of course Twitter, Singing Melody, Facebook, Singing Melody Music. And if you like us, Google Singing Melody.
It's Whitter the Legend as well. Whitter.
Right.
Well, them used to say my name long still. Whitter the Legend. That's WHITTER THE Legend. On all media.
Yeah. Well, we are though, we are fake it for make it. And that is
Smoke screen.
Smoke screen.
Yeah.
But legendary is really, and I must say Whitter, I like the name because all of the trucks them now and the cars and the animal them name run out. So it's good to know that
before you say that, I remember Melody came and beat Buju, you know, and say, yeah man, this is Whitter the Legend. On comes you name legend. You put in 10,000 hours of music. Make him answer. Lord, make him answer. So me now, of course, I meet Buju, you know, when Buju come back and this big vibe about Buju, I say, you know, Buju, you have the assassins, the massacres and the killers, and just choose a name that can bring forth my legacy. I want my legacy to be legendary.
Wow.
And that's it.
But you
Good
just
answer.
You just answer. But you just answer. Whitter, you just answer the question. And that you should have said when she asked you who is Whitter the
Who is
Legend.
Whitter the Legend? That's true.
I think I true when Buju kind of bad me up still.
It never bad you up. I just Buju say.
Yeah man, that's some talk.
Let me tell you something.
Full of expression.
Buju is one of those kind of virgin where if I tell you the story of me and Buju, you laugh till a week.
Well, him tell me. You want to tell them?
Yeah. So when Buju was much younger, trying in the music and stuff, I was a major at that time. And Beanie and Buju came to Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center. And I was on stage performing. But you know, you're on stage and people are touch you if you give them mic. And you know, two penny. Me look around and say Buju and Beanie. But when me ready to come off now, I look around and Beanie, I see somebody else give him the mic.
Yeah.
Buju vex.
Buju said, I film for me, my name boss from the time there.
But look how wonderful it works. It works that the person who I ended up spending some time with in the music, which is Wayne Wonder, ended up give him the break.
Right.
So if it wasn't for me and Wayne,
Again, people, not before time.
you know, but like I said, you know, we are grateful to know that these guys didn't just waste some time. Buju never waste a moment. Buju take him career and take what God give him and a blessing and him turn it into gold.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, some things happen where you have to, when you know going live sometimes you just wrong place at the wrong time and you know take nothing for a man go jail.
Right, true.
You know, and him go do him thing and him come back and him still put in the work, see him still have put in the work.
Yeah,
So
man, still a lift the flag.
big up to Buju.
Yeah, man.
And we can't forget my little brother Wayne Wonder. Big up to group Lost too as well. You know, my family them and everybody out there who are striving to be great. You know, like we said, God is great still, but whichever that falls under, beside that.
But since you're going to big up me, I will close off and big up my team. As I said, Daddy English, Gerald, Falkland, and everybody who support Legendary Promotion. Just big up on yourself, because I don't want yourself never big no.
Right, so.
Alright, nice.
Thank you for being
Yeah,
here, even though I am here in their studio. Thank you for being on Nat's Hot Topics.
Yeah, we are here.
Right
Thank
here,
you,
so
Nats. Thank you very
it was
much.
a
People
pleasure.
to continue support her.
Yeah, man.
Strong female in the business and she'll make it work. And she'll bring.
Well, I hope that this will bring you a lot of traction to your page and greater,
Powerful girl, man.
and introduce other people who are questioning not to be on your program to be on it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much. Bless up to everybody who continue to support Nats at Topics. Remember to like the video and share it. Remember to leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. You're coming from a Whitter, you're coming from a Melody. Yeah, man. And click that notification bell that whenever I drop anything, you'll be the first to be notified. So until next time, my people, peace out.
That's Hot Topic. Hot, 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 hot.